rebuild or rehabilitated.
Alhamdulillah, gaskiya a baya akwai ruwa a gurin muna amfani da famfo na burtsatse wajen buga. Kuma gaskiya ana dan shan wahala wajen ɗiban saboda zai zama abu ɗaya ne wajen ɗiban ruwan kuma zai zama ce ko ya hau ya dan buga layi ake bi. To amma alhamdulillah kuma sai muka ga wani ci gaba ya zo mana.
Many local communities that have been forgotten and there is like they don't know they are existing in Nigeria are the one that have been addressed, and there is jubilation in all these local government, all these communities, which I receive every day, and I show to the Honorable Minister. So it's a program that is very laudable. It's a program that is making us to touch on the life of ordinary people. Now the people are beginning to see that government cares about them, because many of them that have to trek long distances, that have to drink water from streams and shining such rivers with animals and with other things, now have dignified scheme where they just walk into turn taps, water is coming into them, water of better quality that is making that, so they're becoming more productive, they're becoming healthier.
Also, construction of 159 rural water supply schemes in the northeast, IDP camps and some federal institutions and establishments are on the sidelines. The effort does not stop at provision of water, but also to ensure quality. That's the daily routine here at the National Water Quality Reference Laboratory, Enugu. Apart from collecting samples from surface and underground water, the laboratory is as important as the quality of water from the treatment plants in the 10 states under its coverage. 5 more water quality laboratories have been equipped in Kano, Gombe, Minna, Akure and Lagos out of the 12 spread across the geopolitical zones.
The quality of the water we are drinking is improving steadily in the country, although there's a number of water treatment plants that are not producing to the expected level. But at least those that are producing, we guarantee that the water they produce and deliver to the people is safe enough for the people. So as people are taking safe drinking water, diseases among them will reduce, the number of children die will reduce, and we are going to have less of cholera issues, diarrhea issues. We are going to spend less in the hospitals.
Indeed, water is life and sanitation is dignity. For Nigeria to literally have a dignified life at the end of the Sustainable Development Goals in 2030, the second leg of Goal 6, Sanitation and Hygiene subsector, must be fixed.
It shouldn't be government business only to provide sanitation facilities. Primarily, it is the responsibility of individual households to do that. So they should be encouraged. But the weak and the vulnerable should be supported where they can, because there are people that may not be able to afford it, and the believe states should be able to come and so that no one is left behind, as the slogan of Sustainable Development Goals indicate.
The most critical assignment at hand is to clean up the mess open defecation practice has done to the image of the giant of Africa. Nigeria was number 2 after India in the world ranking of open defecation, but India was set to vacate the first spot for Nigeria.
Nigeria is a country that so much people look up to, the giant of Africa. We can say that the position where we are occupying currently concerning open defecation is not good. Where we have about 46 million Nigerians defecating in the open. That does not speak well for us on every side. On the economic side, it means so much is we're losing so much in terms of people losing hours of work, productivity not being okay, because open defecation is associated with a lot of diseases, because eventually the feces contaminate the water sources. It ends up that a lot of people drink water I mean, because we lack also wash facilities. A lot of Nigerians cannot afford good wash facilities. A lot of people end up using domestic water that is contaminated.
Unfortunately, we don't have any state as of now that you can say it is open defecation free. There's no single state in Nigeria where we don't have people practicing open defecation. But for now, we have a number of communities running to thousands that are totally free from practicing open defecation. And as of 2015, there was no single local government that you can say the entire single local government, no single person practices open defecation. But now we have been able to record local governments areas. The entire local government, you cannot see feces outside. That is what it means. And the people are really working to ensure that nobody defecates in the open in their communities and in their local government areas. So we are working towards getting the first state that will become open defecation free in Nigeria.
Encourage Nigerians to ensure that they see this open defecation free campaign as everybody's business. Everybody should key into it and ensure that they endeavor to, build their toilets. And even now, there are cheaper, facilities that you can use to achieve the same purpose of ensuring that you don't defecate in the open.
The open secret of the 47 million Nigerians involved in the practice had caused a stench that needed to be cleansed. And so, Engineer Suleiman Adamu seeks to face the odious stench of this situation with desperate measures. As a way out, he looked in the direction of India, which had wriggled its way out of this unpalatable situation. Besides visiting this Asian giant himself, he also deployed a delegation to learn the ropes of cleaning the mess, all in a bid that Nigeria should not occupy this unwanted position. The commitment to the government of the day is also unflinching. Again, expression was given to this as the Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo flagged off the national campaign against open defecation in the country, tagged Clean Nigeria, Use the Toilet.
The launch of the National Action Plan for the revitalization of the sector and the declaration of a state of emergency by the President last year was among the many initiatives of government in addressing the challenges confronting the sector. The National Action Plan is phased into emergency, recovery and revitalization stages. In this emergency phase of the action plan, it's our desire to aggressively mobilize the entire country towards ending the practice of open defecation. There is no need to debate the point that sanitation is a major public health concern and that poor sanitation adversely impacts us all.
It is a campaign meant to sweep across the nation. But it wasn't going to be words without action, as President Buhari expressly followed up with the Executive Order 9 titled The Open Defecation Free Nigeria by 2025 and other related matters. Not to leave anything to chance, the minister reached out to state governments. The goal was to ensure that subnational governments are on the same page with the federal government. Starting with Nigeria's apex capital, Abuja, Engineer Adamu made sure the advocacy extended to states across the federation. And the result of this painstaking effort has been heartwarming as the slogan, Clean Nigeria, Use the Toilet, was sold to and adopted by all and sundry. Starting with Obaliku, which emerged the first open defecation-free local government area in 2016, the train of the implementing agencies has not stopped in its task of cleanup across the state. 4 years down the line, local government areas are being cleaned up in tens, as about 60 more LGAs have given up open defecation practice. So from the first local government area, the race is now on for who will complete the cycle and emerge the top open defecation-free state in the country.
We are committed and we will do our best to make sure that Jigawa is the first state to attain open defecation status in the country.
An all-inclusive program called Community-Led Total Sanitation CTLS, adopted by the implementing agencies, has been a magic wand, turning in enviable results. The Water Resources Minister, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, was accompanied by FCT Minister of State Ramoti Tijani and Minister of State Education Chukwuemeka Nwajuba to witness one of such setups where community residents are mobilized for the program.
We need to ensure that people understand the importance, more than ever before, of washing hands, importance of having clean and sanitized environments, and of course the importance of having good quality water to drink. So I believe that the ministry is on course. The Honorable Minister for the past 5 years has driven the vision, the mandate of the ministry so vigorously that I do believe that very soon we will get to the targets of ensuring that Nigeria is open defecation free. We'll get to the target of ensuring that every hamlet in the country, every village has good quality water, and we'll get to that point where sanitation is something that comes naturally to every environment in Nigeria.
The governments are not left alone in this campaign. Development partners and the organized private sector too have been key in ensuring better life and dignity for Nigeria.
The ministry is working with UNICEF in the establishment of what they call OPSWASH. That is a private sector intervention in water supply, sanitation and hygiene. And this is evolving. It has not crystallized very well, in the sense that we are going to mobilize a lot of funds. In fact, they're talking about large-scale thing that will involve, floating blue bond, using diaspora fund, also on the issue of water supply to be able to accelerate access to water supply and sanitation. This is in the pipeline, under the Honorable Minister. The Minister is actively supporting that, and that is being done in partnership with many private, organizations, as well as the diaspora, commission that are working also with the ministry to ensure that at least this access, is on board.
It's been very cordial. We work in utmost harmony. We always sit down and discuss things. We try to push things together. There's a lot that has happened. We've created a system for continuous data collection and analysis. We call it NORM, the National Outcome Routine Mapping. It has happened in 2018, 2019. Now the sector is equipped with data and information that it never had before. This we have done together. We have implemented, with the involvement of the federal government, projects in different states and in different LGAs. Of course, they were not directly involved in the implementation, but they oversaw the implementation. They were with us. When we had problems, we discussed with them. Anything that we cannot resolve ourselves, we will reach out. The minister himself is a very practical person. He's very reachable. He's a person with vision, and he's very much oriented towards solving problems. So you go to him with a problem that needs a solution. He will act immediately and does everything that he can. But this is extended to all the people we deal with at the ministry level.
His first stint was adjudged a good job. And now, Suleiman Adamu has been rewarded with more work The target is global, and the push by the Buhari administration has got things rolling. Ultimately, the aim is to ensure that no one is left behind in access to safe water and good sanitation and hygiene by the year 2030. That too is solely the ambition of Suleiman Adamu.
When I came into office in November, we set up a 50-year roadmap, and we're assiduously following that roadmap. I hope that whoever succeeds or subsequent successors will continue to build on this roadmap, and if they do, then I hope to be remembered as someone who laid the course for the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals in Nigeria, especially in terms of provision of water and sanitation. That's called 6.1 and 6.2. I hope if we're alive in 2030 to see that Nigeria is certified as having had access, providing 100% access to water supply, 100% access to sanitation, and then we can look back and say, well, we laid the foundation through P-Wash, through the Wash Action Plan, and many other things, and the ODF campaign, and all the things that we've been doing.
There is hope that with the momentum sustained, various efforts will not only end the thirst and the stench, but also the hard trek to hunt for water would be history, and more productive time for the hunters, boys and girls, as well as women across the society.